All right, guys, let's get right to it. A lesson 11, level 7, you're almost there. Almost a lesson 12 where you can start your own website. A few more things we want to learn. Okay, let's get right into it. It says, find the property in the style sheet that controls the width of the images. Okay, let me get myself out of the way. Go to the style sheet, look at the image rule, set, and we want to, okay, there it is right there, line 17. That's controlling the width of the images, right? Let me get myself out of the way. It says change the width to be larger or smaller. So let's make a little more room for the website. And let me change the width from 250 to 150. Okay, you can see I made it much smaller. Let's change it to 350. Now it's much bigger. Pretty simple, right? Change the width, you change how wide it is, right? Okay, now it says create a new rule with a height property to control the height. Okay, so let me change the width back to 250, that's the original, and I'm going to put my mouse at the end of line 17 and hit enter. And then I'm going to type in height, colon. And I'm going to set the height to 250 as well, px. Height 250 px. Oops. There we go. Now, I don't like that though. I'm going to change that back to 150. That looks better. It's more rectangular now. Actually, I still don't kind of like that, but it's okay. I like it maybe more 175. That looks a little better. I like that. Okay, and leave it there. Then it says use the width property in the paragraph rule set to change the width of your paragraph. So you can change how wide those paragraphs are. Let's come down here. Let's add width. Okay, I'm going to put my cursor at the end of line 29. I'm going to hit enter and I'm going to put width, but you can see that my indentation isn't right. So I'm going to put my mouse at the beginning of line 30 right there and hit tab, and then it'll align perfectly. So let's see, how wide do I want that? Let's say 200 px. Now you can see what that did. It made it much narrower, right? Or I could change that to 300. So you could just play around with these numbers, okay, and see what it looks like. That looks pretty much like it did before. If I want to change it to, no, there is only so much space to play around with, right? So you might notice, since the image is set to float to the right and everything else is to be on the left, there's only so much screen space. So even if you put width equals 1,000 for your paragraphs or 10,000, it's not going to be 10,000 pixels wide. There isn't 10,000 pixels on the whole screen. So you play around with it, maybe say 100 or 150 or 250 or 200. You just play around with it until it looks exactly right the way you want it to look, and then move on. That's all there is to it, boys and girls. So you can set the width for your paragraphs and your images. Super cool. See you in the next lesson.